Hello, my crafty friends. Well, if you're watching the replay, I got on a couple of minutes early, so it'll probably be a couple of minutes before everybody decides to show up. They're not expecting me to be ready yet. um, I've got some stuff out here that I'm going to make some little journals with, and I'm gonna do this first and put some stuff in my everything book. Oh, that came out of here, and I don't know. I don't remember where it was. Well, we're going to stick it right here because I can't remember. Whoa, bunch of you got here quick. Hi, Nancy. I'm glad you're here. It's been a long day for me. I don't know about y'all. Hi, Mina. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Holly. I'm glad you're all here. I needed to art a little with my friends. We've had the plumbers have been working diligently at my house since about noon. Well, about 12:30, and they're still there. Hi, Sharon. So, but Darren's home now, so he can be be there in case they have questions or whatever. I'm not worried about them trustworthy wise because they work for the same company Darren does, and I know they're trustworthy guys. But we do want somebody to be there in case they have questions about what we want them to do and whatnot. Hi, Mona. I'm glad you're here. Anyway, it's a long day when you have people coming in and out of your house and doing things and working on a bunch of projects that need to be done, but you're not really in the mood to have to deal with. So that's kind of been my day. But the guys who are doing it are good guys, and they're doing a good job. So I'm not worried about it other than just the stress of having somebody in my house. But oh, I love all the emojis. Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, I'm gonna um I'm gonna start with a happy mail. This is a really cute little postcard that I got from Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. And it says, "Have a warm and wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Blessings, Sharon Lombard." So thank you so much, Sharon. It's so cute. Look at that sweet little kitty in the teddy bear. I don't think the kitty knows that teddy bear is just a toy. Hi, Deborah. I can't remember if I said hi to you earlier or not, but I'm glad you're here. Um, oh, that looks pretty there, doesn't it? I love it. I do not want to, just a second. Okay, I'm going to do it that way. That way I don't have to worry if I turn it over. I think I want to put it in with washi tape because I want to be able to open it and see what she said. And right down here, the washi tape won't mess up anything that she said. Um, and we'll find something pretty to go right here, so it won't be a problem. Hi, Julie. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad all of you are here. I'm happy to see friends tonight. Okay, let me find some washi tape. I don't have any specifically Christmas washi tape, I don't think, but I'm going to look real quick. I should have thought of that in advance, and I didn't. Hmm. Well, oh, one more place to look. Okay. All right. So, just thought of something. Nope, that's not Christmassy. That's not Christmassy. Okay. Oh. Hi, Candy. Hi, Crafty Mom. I don't have a first name or given name or whatever you want to call it for you. If you don't mind giving it to me, I'd like to call you by your name instead of just calling you Crafty Mom. But if you would rather, we'll keep calling you Crafty Mom. I have a list of names of people who have names, that I have to try to remember. Nancy. All right. I'm going to write it down. Hi, Janet. Hi, Joy. I'm so glad y'all are here. And thank you for trusting us with your name, Nancy. We're glad you're here. I think I'm going to use this. It's not really Christmas, but it's the closest thing I have. I did not get to. Actually, I might could in just a few minutes. It's just now getting dark enough where we might could in a few minutes. We might could in a few minutes, but right now I haven't. Hi, Teresa. Glad you're here. Okay, I think that looks nice. And we'll just do the same thing on this side. Let's do it this way so that the gold is on the page this time. I should have probably put glue in there, but I can do it later. Were any of you able to see the star? Deborah took a picture. Yay! Well, I would have to look. I think I would have to go down the block a few houses before there's enough, unless it's higher in the sky than I think it is. We got trees and houses from across the street that kind of be in my way. Oh, that looks so pretty on there. Thank you, Sharon. I love it. Okay, I'm going to open this before I decide what page. You can't decide what page until you open it. This is from Barbara Clark. And it's not. Yeah, this is a very tough envelope. You have clouds. I think we do too. But I've been in the house most of the day because of, the plumbing issues. So, okay. Oh, look at there. Silent Night, Winter Night. Very sweet. Thank you, Barbara. I love how you took a picture of your artwork and put it on here. That's great. She says, Happy Holy Days, dear Lisa. Sing a song with one this holiday season. I have a fantasy of all my friends around the country singing a beautiful song on the winter solstice, December 21st. Have a wonderful holiday and a creative new year. I am so enjoying making art and creating with you this year. Thank you for all your inspiration. Love, Barbara. Well, thank you, Barbara. And it's funny, it actually got here on the 21st. Isn't that cool? That is cool. Oh, look. Okay, that's a stamp she drew of herself. I don't think I can just put that on here. I think what I'm going to do is make a pocket out of this envelope. But I want to keep the front of the envelope, so I'm just going to take this off. If I do that, it won't work for how I want to do it, though. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. If I can find some scissors. I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim it inside a little bit. I'll have to leave some of the stamp there, so, but that's okay. I'll show y'all why I wanted to keep the front of the envelope. In just a minute, if I can. Sorry, I'm struggling here. Okay, I'm going to use this to make my deal. But I wanted to save that because that's another one of her stamps. And I want to save the address because while I'm not sending out Christmas cards this year, I do want to send out a, I don't know what you call it, a reciprocal something to the people who did send me Christmas cards. And so that's what we're going to make in a little bit, or some little list books to like put in our purse or whatever. And that's what I'm going to send to the people who sent me Christmas cards, because I'm a very weird person, I guess, but I don't enjoy making cards. But I enjoy making journals, and so I will send journals to the card people. But I love getting cards, so and I want everybody to know how much I love getting their cards. I just don't enjoy making them. I don't know what's wrong with me. Weirdness, I guess. Okay, I'm going to glue this right here. And I'll tell you why I wanted to make sure that this would work the way I want it to. Because I want this to be what shows. So I have to be able to stick it in the pocket. Where the whole thing is available, so that I can put the card in there with the flap out. One side inside and one side outside. I'm thinking that should work. We will see. Hi, Teresa. I hope I said hi to you already, but in case I haven't, I'm glad you're here. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to getting it. But our mail is very slow. I ordered some stuff from Amazon in October. I can't remember exactly what the date was in October, but in 3 days it got to Oklahoma City, and it left Oklahoma City, and it didn't show up here for a month and a half. So there's like a black hole between Oklahoma City and Amarillo. There, see? I can just put it right in there. I like it. Hi, Melissa. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Linda. Okay, well, I'm glad you came in to say hi. I don't mind if you're lurking. I am happy to see that you're here, though. It always makes me happy to know who's watching. Okay, and this is in the card, but I'm going to write it here anyway. There we go. That looks pretty. It's got pink in it, and my page has pink in it, so I think that works really well. Uh-oh. Oh no, okay. Sprayed, I messed it up. Okay. And I have one more. And this one is from Mina Parrish. If I can get it open. This one's tall. It's very cute though. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Okay, it's wide. It's not tall. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, and she sent me an ATC too. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. I love it. She says, Lisa, may the Lord bless you and your family and keep you safe in his heart forever. Merry Christmas, dear lady. I thought you might like this quote. Even in winter, it shall be green in my heart. Frederick Chopin. I do like it, Mina. Thank you. And um, that is so pretty. Now that one's not going to be easy to get in here. It may have to just go in and stick up because I don't want to. I want it in here, and I want to be able to tuck this behind it. But I don't know if we want it. It looks pretty on this page. It really does. But it got here on time. Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous, Holly? It's really pretty. I love the animals talking to each other. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. I want to put it like this because I like to be able to look at it like this, but I don't know. It's, it's a card. It'd be hard to bend it. Nancy, in the description box below, I don't know if it's there right now. It should be, but I know it will be after this is finished. Anyway, in the description box below, I have an email address. Well, actually, let me just type in my email address. And if you will send me your name and address, I will send you my name and address. I'm not positive that's it. Give me a second, because I can't remember if it's a. I think that's it. I don't think it's a Gmail. I don't think it's a Gmail. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, and it is in the description box below. But anyway, I'll put it right here. And I do have a Facebook group, and we put our addresses in there so we can send each other happy mail. And so if have you already put my Facebook group in there, Janet? That was fast. Anyway, you can if you join the Facebook group, and then you can put your name and address. And when you do that, if you will put your YouTube channel too, that way people will know when they see you on YouTube, they will recognize your name, and they'll know who you are. So the ATA came from Mary Abrams prompts on 11/27/20. Very cool. Do you mind if I write that on the back? You just approved her. Okay, that's great, Janet. Thank you. You're so helpful. I appreciate it. Hey, Lori, I'm glad you're here. Okay. Mary's prompts, 11:27. Very cool, very cool. Okay, thank you. I didn't wait for you to tell me I could. I just did, and I put it upside down. Well, that's the way I am. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all look at this one more time because it's very, very cute. And then I'm gonna glue it in. I may do because we don't need the whole. We don't need the whole width of this thing to be a pocket. Hey, Barbara, I just put your lovely card in my book. Thank you so very much. I should have put this over a little bit, not in the center as much. I think it'll still stick okay, but. Okay, there we go. That works great. Thank you so much, Mina. Okay. It's getting fluffy. Not too long, I'll have to make a new one. Oh, let me put this here, and I want to show y'all kind of what you want to hear me sing. No, thank you, Barbara. You really don't. You really don't. You may think you do, but you really don't. Hi, Sheila. So good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to make some little bitty journals that will fit in these envelopes. These are some envelopes I coffee dyed. And the reason I want them to be small enough to fit in this envelope is because I can make them a little fatter and they will still weigh less, and so I can send it with less postage. That's one reason. And the other reason is I want them to be able to fit in your pocket or your purse, so we don't want to make them too big. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Barb. It's good to see you. And so I want to make the books, where they fit nicely inside here, even if they get a little bit fat, which means I have to leave some space. They can't just barely fit in. So we'll need to measure that. I made some jelly print papers and I made them to make decorations for the Christmas tree that Hannah and I were making. And it ended up being, we were afraid it was going to be too unstable. So I ended up just using them as gift tags. So I've got all these pages left, and I'm going to use these to make the little journal covers. Hi, Suzanne. It's good to see you. Just a second. Okay, I'm so glad I found that mute button. That helps a little bit. Okay, measure it. We got to measure these. Okay, they are not quite 6.5. So I think I'm going to make my booklets about 6 inches tall. And they're not quite 3.5. So I think I'm going to make it, let's sorry, goodness, sneezing. I'm going to make it a little over 3, like 3.25 inches wide. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have taken some allergy medicine before I came out here, but I didn't. Okay, 6 by 3 1/4. So we need to make it our cover 6 by 6 1/2. Okay. 6 by 6 1/2, which means we can only get one cover out of each of these. So I'm just going to choose the part I like the best, and we're going to make our cover out of that. And I'll just use the rest as scraps for something else rather than trying to conserve, space or whatever. Go grab your medicine. We don't mind waiting. Julie, I think I'm going to. Thank you. And y'all can talk amongst yourselves. You're interesting people. You can find something fun to talk about. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Dancing monkeys in the lobby. Okay. Okay, a question. I'm going to put all the Christmas cards I've received this year in with my December daily journal. They're out where I can see them, though, for now. That's a great idea, Kathy. I like it. I was thinking about tearing the edges of the cover. I think it'd be better to make them straight, though. I think it would. Where's my cutter? Because they would slide in and out of a pocket in your purse and stuff easier that way. So, hey, Becky. Yay! Give Scott hugs for us. Tell him we're proud of him and we're happy for y'all. Okay, 6. What did I say? 6 by 6 1/2. Okay, well, this is going to be the 6 direction because that's all we got. And then 6 1/2. It's going to be right here. We're going to make these kind of assembly line because I think it will be better. Okay, 6 1/2. By 6. I know this isn't terribly exciting to watch somebody cut paper, but at least the paper's pretty. Get my scrap out of the way. Well, that's wonderful, Becky. Hopefully they will, though. And then he can retire when he's good and ready instead of because they haven't recognized how much they need him. We know what a good worker he is, so they will recognize that too. I believe it. Okay, and we're going to make this one 6.5. No, let's take off a little bit. We'll save it. Don't worry. Okay, so wait, let me make sure I got this right. Yeah, that's 6.5 by 6. Ooh, I think that one's going to be my favorite. All right. And here we're going to go 6. So, do we do the side with more copper or do we do the side with more white? Copper, Becky said. Thank you, Becky. One of these is going to end up being yours, Becky. I'm going to just do them indiscriminately rather than choose specific ones because I don't remember what everybody's favorite colors and stuff is. But this is what I'm sending instead of Christmas cards. So you sent me a Christmas card, so you're going to get one. 6. Okay, 6.5. And these aren't supposed to be Christmas. And so I'm glad that I made them with, when I made them Christmas colors, but I didn't make them Christmas. So that'll make it easier to. Do we want the grungy red stripe? Suzanne, you just had to be contrary, didn't you? And say white when everybody else said copper. Oh, you must be kin to Hannah. Yes, you want the red? That's what I'm trying to find out. What to do when you get bored? Well, I guess you could make a list of things that you might do when you're bored, Melissa, and then you will have them to go back to. I never get bored. I always have too many things I want to do, so I can't be a whole lot of help there. If you're wanting us to name lists, I can name things to do, though. I could do that. Okay. I got out of whack here. Okay, 6.5 by 6. Talking about things to do and forgetting what I am doing. You can make journals, Melissa. That's what you could do. Six and a half by 6. I got lots of little bits I can do other things with. Blue is fine with you. I don't think I have any blue in here, Teresa. You might have to be stuck with red. It's a pretty green, isn't it? Of course, I love all greens, so I'm probably not the one to ask, but I don't even know how many pieces I have here. The reason I chose these papers is because they're cardstock, so they'll make a good cover. And so well, they're just slight variations in height. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm doing good. I'm going to have enough, I think. White, Suzanne says. White. Too late. Sorry. Okay, this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do. No, I kind of like this on this one. So I'm going to leave the white, Suzanne. Okay, 6.5 by 6. Oh, thank you. I think they look yummy too. Okay, this is one where I do need some direction. I'm tempted to go with this as the card. What do y'all think? Rather than going this direction or this direction, doing the card like this, where it will fold and be partly red and partly green. Oh, well, thank you, Teresa. Yes. Okay, good. So I want it to be 6 then, if I'm going to make it the width way, because it's 6 inches tall. And then I want it 6.5 this way to make the width. So it'll look like this in the front. I think that's pretty. I think it's pretty. I love it. Okay. I'm going to have to make some little bitty somethings with those pieces that I'm cutting off. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Holly. Note to self, clean your brayer right away. Let's see where this is. At 6. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So it will be this direction. And I think we're going to trim it right here. And then we're going to go to 6.5. Oh, no, over here. Sorry. I want to get some of the red and some of the purple. Okay, 6.5. So this one will look either like this or like this. So that will be good. And I really like this one, even with the splotches of white in it. I'm not sure which way to go on this one. It does, kind of, doesn't it? Red and white, Suzanne says. Okay, let's take off a little bit of this white. But we're going to leave some. So Suzanne will be happy. And let's go 6 here. Okay, Suzanne, I'm going to take this little piece that's left and I'm going to make you a little journal out of it. That looks very crookedy. It does. It looks very crookedy. Why does that look crookedy? I don't know. It says it's not. Okay, well. Okay, this is 6. So we need 6.5 this direction. Hi, Norma. I'm glad you're here. Let me make sure those are... That one just looks so weird. I think it's because this is not at a straight angle where the print changes, that it makes the whole thing look crooked. But it's not. It's good. So, okay. So should we make it go across like this, where we incorporate both kinds of stuff in it, along with the green? Or should we make it go like this? I know what I'm thinking. What do you think? Both. First way. Okay. Hi, Sherry. All right, I'm going to take off a little bit here. Yeah. And then okay. Question. No, I think I know what I want to do. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to make this so that it's like this. That's what I'm going to do. And here's another one of those. I really like this one too. I'm going to take off. There's going to be enough white on it without having a white edge. So I'm going to take off those edges. Let's see. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate it. Melissa, Janet will get you a link that will help you. And I'm making a journal. I'm making journals tonight. So if you just watch here, that will help. Okay, make sure you have to remember which side you've cut. So I think it's going to go like that. Yeah. I like it. Okay, and then we've got this one. Let's take off the edge. And this one's a little bit bigger. It's possible we can get 2 out of this one. Nope, it's only 11. So we're only going to be able to get 1. Let's do it this way. That way we get both. Measure again. Sorry. Measure twice, cut once, remember. Okay. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here. All right. Now then, let's see how many we've got we can make. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. And I think I got 16 envelopes. Let's see if I'm right about that. 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yes. So this means I can make 16 to give away and 1 to keep for myself. Perfect. Thank you so much, Janet. Hi, Deb. It's good to see you. Okay. Now then, let me get... Let me get a scoreboard. And now I can't remember, so I'm going to ask for some help here. When you want to fold something this direction, do you score on here or do you score that back here? Now remember, I'm wanting to fold it like this. I think I always do it the wrong way, and that's why I'm asking for help, just in case. Score on the white. Okay. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Okay. And 3 3/4. No, 3 1/4. Right? Right? Okay. That worked nicely. And it's not exactly perfect. So they may all be kind of like that. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. 3 1/4. I have found that I tend to score too hard. And so I'm trying to go more light-handed and more times. So we will see. Okay, Barb. Oh, I'm so sorry that you have buffering. I was watching somebody, Janet Young, earlier today, and that's what I had. It was like every 2 seconds. You know, I mean, I watched anyway, but yeah, exactly, Teresa. Exactly. I have found that to be true. Whoops. Hi, Tanya. I'm making some little list journals that are going to be my exchange for Christmas cards that people have been sending me. Since I'm not into card making, and I am into journal making, I decided to just send what I enjoy making. So Yeah, this is a I don't know what you call these things, but I got it at Dollar Tree for $1, and it's working really good. And this is, yeah, this is Martha Stewart. I got it at the thrift store, and it's so far I haven't had any trouble with it, but I haven't tried to use what came with it. See, it's gone. Whatever came with it's gone. An embosser. Thank you, Teresa. Well, it works for this, so a tool. That's an embossing tool. Yeah. Well, it's also a scoring tool. I have decided. For me, it works as a scoring tool. I'm not as likely to poke through my paper as with a bone folder either. I would like to be able to get all these done tonight, but I may not be able to, because that'd be a lot of signatures to tie in. I'm going to do minimal, just a 3 pamphlet hole stitch to tie them in, and I meant to print off the word list to put on the front, but I think I'm going to end up probably stamping it off onto some paper, and putting it on the front. Oh, they do. That's a good idea. Yeah, I've seen people use something similar like this to do their mandala dots. I haven't ever tried to use it for that, or for any dots for that matter, but I haven't had it that long. So I don't, it's one of those things that I don't think about the fact that I have it all that often. Now, I was wanting these to not be Christmassy, so I'm thinking about finding some like flower images, something like that to put on the front. But right now, what I know I'm going to do is ink around the edges. Well, round the corners and ink around the edges, and put list on there, because that's what they're for. Just stick in your purse and write lists on, or write a list of things you need to do and then stick it in your purse. Either way. You don't have to use it for that, though. You can use it for set it by your table and write lists on it. Oh, that one's really wonky. Well, we will just have to see what we can do. Scoring is the valley. Okay. Thank you, Suzanne. I always tend to think that I'm doing it. I mean, this is the way that seems natural to me. It makes sense that you would score it and fold it, but I think I've seen people turning it the other direction, and so then I always get confused that I'm doing it wrong. So one more. We're actually going through the steps pretty quickly. Got to start peeling some potatoes. Meatloaf is cooking in the oven. Ooh, yum. Okay, done with that stage. Bye-bye, Kathy. Thanks for coming in. Teresa's going to get something to drink. That sounds like a good plan to me. I always bring something out. I had to go around the house and come out, come out from the front door and go around to the gate and come in to come back here tonight because those guys are trying to replace my kitchen sink. And, which was something we didn't intend to have to do today. But, we had a little bit of a leak, but it would only leak if you got a bunch of water in there and then plugged it up. And we thought it was like the gasket around the disposal or something like that. Turns out somehow there was a cut in our stainless steel sink, like somebody had stabbed it. Really weird because nobody in my family goes around stabbing sinks, but I guess somebody just threw a knife in there at just the right angle. Anyway, my thought was if you can just toss a knife in the sink and it stabs it, then probably that sink is pretty lightweight. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Anyway, they're replacing it. They had then, and that of course we didn't know we were going to get done today. And so then they're replacing the food. What do you call that thing? The food chopper thing. I can't think of the name for it now. Anyway, they're replacing that too. The disposal. Thank you, Tanya. And what we intended to have them do today is replace our filter outlet with one that's tall, so you can go ahead and get a glass of water from the filter even if there's dishes in the sink. But that's getting changed too. Everything's getting changed. It's like new sink, new disposal, new spigot for the water filter. When we just thought we were going to get a spigot for the water filter, along with all the other things that they had to do. So it turned into a plumber's here all day kind of day. Okay, here are my covers, and I think they're pretty. So what I want to do next is, and let's make sure they're going to fit nicely in here. Yes, they will. And there's room for if it gets fat, there's still going to be room to get it in once it's chubby. That's good. That's good. So I want to make papers now to go in here. Oh, let's go ahead and do the corners and the inking first. I know that's not very exciting, but I do want those things done before I put any paper in them. Yeah, the plumber said they've never seen it either. They're like, I have never seen this before. In fact, he said, you're not going to believe this. I've never seen this before. And I said, what? And he said, there's actually a hole in your sink. I was like, you're kidding me. And he put his phone up behind it, and you could see it coming through that pinprick in the sink. I was like, oh, good grief. Yes, it does. Well, these are going pretty quick. The inking might take forever, but the drain monster made the hole. Yeah, something. Anyway, when he told me he was going to have to go back to the warehouse to get a new sink, and he came back with this sink, and I was like, that's really shallow. And he said, he said, yeah, your sink's a 7-inch, and we didn't have any 7-inch ones in the warehouse. All we had was 6-inch ones. I said, I don't want a 6-inch one. I said, in fact, my daughter was hoping for one that was deeper, not one that's, we definitely don't want one that's shallower. And he said, well, let me call a plumbing company that's not, I mean, a place where they buy supplies sometimes. It's not very far from the house. And he called over there, and all they had was an 8-inch one. So we ended up with one that's an inch deeper than what we had before, which is perfectly fine with me. Hannah was happy. You didn't do it, Holly. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. You are innocent. Oh, yay, Deb. I hope you can stream with it tomorrow. That's cool. It's always nice to get some new, more, I don't know, up to date or whatever stuff to work with. Okay, those are going to be cute. I'm excited. Get rid of my little corners, because if I don't do it on purpose, they'll come out sometime when I'm not ready. Okay. All you need is an ornament on it. Yeah. But I don't necessarily want these to be Christmas, because I want you to be able to use them all year round. So, so I'm probably not going to put an ornament on it. But I'm going to put something on it. Oh, no. Oh, luckily it landed pad up. All I need is for that to land on my dirty floor. Okay. Alrighty, I like that one. We're going to do this one in red. Yeah, you can write anything you want in it. I'm going to, I intended to put the word lists on the front, but maybe I shouldn't, because maybe somebody will want to use it for something else. What do y'all think? Oh, well, that's scrungy. I hope somebody likes scrungy. At least it's all over, so it looks purposeful. Tawny says she would leave the word off. Okay. Oh, I didn't intend to do this one red. Oh, well, it's red. There's some red in it, so it's okay. It's just not what my intention was. Well, thank you, Melissa. Okay, these are, I'm going to have to make this one kind of grungy too, because I'm making a mess with the red. That's okay. We like that, don't we? Oh, that's okay. I'll have plenty of books left over. It won't be too late. It's never too late. I'm making extra books. I don't stop reciprocating just because Christmas is gone. because these are definitely not getting to anybody by Christmas. You can use other words, kind, happy, anything upbeat. That's true. Lists isn't very upbeat, huh, Suzanne? Oh. This is cardstock, and they're different weights. This cardstock's not that heavy, but the this kind, well, where is it? Like this is pretty heavy. And this one's pretty heavy. So they're just different. They're all different weights. Let's get some pretty grunge on there. Peace, joy, love, tacos. All right, I'm going to write tacos on them. If somebody complains, I'll say, Holly told me I could write tacos on them. No, I probably won't write tacos on them. Home is where the heart is. Besides, the mail is running very late these days. So we're not gonna, especially if it's coming to Amarillo from Oklahoma City for some reason. Can't believe those Amazon boxes leave Oklahoma City. It takes 4.5 hours max to get here from Oklahoma City. But things leave Oklahoma City and days go by and they never get here, supposedly. Which makes me think they get here and they get stuck over in a corner and just don't get brought to my door. Anyway. Well, if you've got a nice drawer to put them in, you probably don't need a box. I don't have a drawer to put mine in, so the box really helps me a lot. We got a little grunge on that side, so we need to put some on this side. We got to make it look more purposeful. We'll pretend like it was purposeful. Okay. I think I'll do that one with I want to do some of them with the sepia. It is annoying. In fact, 2 different packages said they left Oklahoma City. And I mean, unless there's a black hole between here and Oklahoma City, there's really no place to go except here. And so anyway, they showed up a month and a half later after I had already gotten a refund and repurchased them. So now I have to send them back, which is very frustrating. And Amazon doesn't have a spot where you tell them, you know, one of their choices is not, I'm sending this back because I already ordered a replacement because it was too late. My money's already been refunded. That's not a spot they have. So I have to write that in the comments section. And it worked because they didn't refund my money again. So I'm glad it worked, but I was not looking forward to having to try to figure out what to do if they refunded my money again. Bye-bye, Linda. Thanks for coming. Have a yummy dinner. Whoops. That's kind of how it feels. We've got one more that if it's not here tomorrow, I'm going to take that tracking number and go to the post office and talk to him about it because it's ridiculous to have it happen again. I mean, if it was just that one package, it'd be different. But to have another package, I mean, if it was just those first two, because they were shipped on the same day, they came through Oklahoma City on the same day, you know. And my first thought was, well, maybe that truck went off the road because the day they were supposed to be coming here from Oklahoma City was the day we had all that ice and stuff. And I thought, well, you know, maybe something happened and they just didn't ever get here, you know. And then they show up a month and a half later. I'm like, well, but if that happens to this next package, if it doesn't come tomorrow, I'm going to go talk to somebody on Wednesday because that's ridiculous. Oh, goodness, Mina. I'm sorry about that. That's not fun either. Almost there. Two more. Two more. I would love it if that package came, you know, tonight while I'm out here. But anyway, luckily it's not a Christmas gift. Yeah. Thank you, Tanya. I just saw your message come up. I'll get on that later. Thanks. Okay. Whew. Tell Jeff thank you. Give him hugs for me. Start say give him kisses too, but that'd probably be inappropriate. So we'll just say give him hugs. Okay. I think I need to try to get a little of this off before I spread it around onto my papers or whatever. He will take him. Okay, we'll give him to him then. I had planned to make 8 batches of toffee today, and we only got 4 of them made before the plumbers came. And we were going to make the other 4 after they left, and I don't know if they're gone yet, so I'm going to be behind on my toffee making. Oh. Okay, let's see. And these are the papers that I've got that I'm going to use. I've got these papers, and they're all big notebook paper that have been avocado dyed. Some of them, got partially dyed, and some of them got dyed better. Some of them have a little bit of decoration. Um, but that's one paper I'm going to use. And then I've got some of these. There aren't enough of these um, to go in all of the books. But I was thinking I could take, just use half of it in each book and make skinny pages to go in have some skinny pages. So I may do that. Yeah, Barbara, we make that every year. That's our Christmas, bad for you thing. And we hand them out every year. Darren hands those out at work to everybody who works in the office. And then we give them to friends and our chiropractor and our mail lady. If I can catch her. If one year it happened to be our normal mail lady's day off, and somebody else ended up with her package. So I watch for her now instead of just sticking it out there. But so I've got these, and then I've got these that are like, here's names and addresses, and this came out of some kind of a birthday dates to remember kind of book. So I may put some of those in there. We'll just have to see. I don't know how many pages I can get to fit in there and not have it way too much. I think it should be okay if I just put like one of each of these in there, but we'll see. Now, one thing I wanted to see was, will these fit? I didn't check that beforehand. Will they fit like this? Oh, a little bit wide. So I was hoping these at least would fit just like they are, but it looks like I'm going to have to trim off at least, well, that one's not straight. So let's make it straight and then see if that works. Well, that will barely work. Those will have to go in the middle. Or maybe around the edges. If things are in between them, that'll make them tuck in better, maybe. I don't know. Let's just do some of these. That one's kind of dark for a list book. I'll set those aside. And I have 16 little books, so I'm going to do 16 of each kind of paper. And then we'll see how that looks and if we want to add more. Because some of them I'm going to fold the pages in to make them fit. So they can, have fold outs. That's true, Deb. That's a good idea. It would be a very small tuck with this paper, though, because this is just almost exactly perfect to fit in there. So, but the bigger ones will work. Let's see. We've got 3, 6, 7. Okay, I need to kind of remember that. So let's do 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. I need to make sure I'm right, but I think I had 17 of these. 16 to give away and one for me. I think I did right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oh, 17. Okay. I thought maybe I couldn't count. Okay. What's your problem, Julie? Maybe we can help. You've got a lot of people in here who love you and would be glad to help if they can. I need to be able to print out some free printable mini calendars, but I can find one that's near impossible to get to the print stage. Oh, I tell you, different places where you get things have them set up differently. And I do have problems with certain places I go to get things with my printer not wanting to print those as well. You thought you bought. Huh. Um, Tanya, can you put the link to that guy where you get your calendars, that you use in your planner? Can you put that link in? Because I was able to print those without any trouble. Maybe Julie can too. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Thanks, Tanya. These are just those little mini composition books, and that are sewn together. And I just unsewed them and coffee dyed them and avocado dyed them. Excuse me. I did these with that butterfly PT. So they're a lot more fun to stick back in a journal this way. Tanya, I made a one I'm going to try out, a video planning page that I will send you a link to. I can tell right now I'm not going to do all my videos that way because it's too much trouble for, videos that I already know what I'm going to do. But I think it'll help me plan projects that I'm not sure about or that I'm wanting to do in the future. Anyway, I may have put too much stuff on it. But you might can adapt it unless you've already come up with something. It's just a Word document with columns. I started to do an Excel document, and I decided that was too much trouble. Well, that one's not good. But I think it'll be helpful if you've got an idea you're working on, you're still trying to figure it out, and you just want to keep notes, you know, for what you're thinking about doing. Anyway, it's definitely not something I will do for every video. For one thing, it would be a million pages in your book. Okay, there's that one. And I think I'm going to skip these, and I'm going to do this because I think I have enough of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's what it'll take. Yeah. Uh-oh. That wasn't a good plan. Let's see. Okay. Well, these are going to be a little bit crooked. A little bit crookedy. But these have some pretty avocado dyed print on them, which I like. Yeah, it's sometimes some ideas are easy to put together for videos, and other ideas are hard, especially if you want to make your video a certain length and you don't want to just sit around trying to decide what to do. I'm just going to fold these like this. Sometimes I just get on, when I have an idea and I'm not sure what I'm going to do, I just get on and experiment with y'all or in front of you. Okay, Barbara. And sometimes I want to kind of know what I'm doing before I get on the video. It just depends. I don't mind experimenting in front of y'all, and if it goes good, it goes good, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I figure I'm learning something. Y'all can learn from my mistakes. But sometimes I want to know it's going to work before I do it. So I make prototypes and that kind of thing. But sometimes I just make a decision and go with it, like I'm doing right now. I just decide what I'm going to do, and I do it. I'll have to trim these shorter, but I wanted these papers to not all be exactly the same size because that's more fun. Okay, Tanya, go do your chore. Okay. Now then, I want this to fit in here. So we're just going to take off this at the bottom. And let's see. That'll fit in there nicely, I think. So we're going to use this one to measure these. Sometimes what I'm fixing to do works really well, and sometimes it doesn't work as well, but I think it'll be fine here. When you're wanting to make a multiple of things the same size. And it seems to be working good today. Okay. So we have these 3 pages right now. And let's get all these scrappy bits put up here with the cover scrappy bits. I think it's good for beginners to see in any media to see the struggles so they don't get so discouraged if they have a fail when they're starting out. And fails sometimes result in the best results. That is true, Deb. That is true. Any of y'all who haven't subscribed to Melissa yet, go subscribe. She needs 100 subscribers and she doesn't have 100 yet. Evidently. If y'all would do that, that would be good. Janet, would you put in Melissa's channel? Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and do these. Let's see. And this one, I only have one of these. So let's see what we've got here. We've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here's 15, 16. But it's got stuff on the back. Birthstone. Well, I guess that might be all right to have in there. Somebody might decide they want it. So that would be 16. And then I'll just do something else for... Let me look and see if I've got another one of these somewhere. Be right back. Don't run anywhere. Just dump some lace on the floor. That is not good. Oh, here's some more. Yay. Okay. Here's 3 more. So I don't need those 2. And I will do these because that'll make my 17. So, okay. And let's see. These are going to be short too. Let's see how this is going to work. It'll be basically like these. So that's okay. Let me see where we want them trimmed. Okay. Let's make sure I'm right here. Okay. I'm going to trim these right here. 3 lines up. Okay, let's want them all to be the same height. Hi, Janice. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Some more scrappy parts. Are y'all getting bored yet? Why would they offer us a free printable calendar and they have maybe subject to copyright on it? I don't know, Julie. Maybe they just don't want you to sell it to someone else. It's okay for you to make a copy of it, but it's not okay for you to sell it to somebody. A lot of times people will be glad to give you something free as long as you don't sell it to someone else. And I would say that that's probably what it is. Oh. I think we'd rather have this than that. Hey, you brought your papers. I was afraid you'd forget.
Can I cut up one of the apples?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Do you want to cut it?
You can stick it in the refrigerator for me. No, don't worry about it. Just eat it.
Okay.
Just a second. I want to show them. Hannah's been playing with pastels, and I asked her to let me show you some of the work she's been doing. Isn't that pretty?
I'm trying to be a bit chronological.
Okay, she's being chronological. This is the first one. Well, it's not the first one. The first one I put in my everything book, but that's the first one she liked enough to keep it for herself. And then this one, isn't that pretty? Is this the one you're going to give Grandma for Christmas?
Probably.
Yeah. This one's going to be Grandma's for Christmas. Isn't it pretty? Can you see the vase in the window? Isn't that amazing? I'm so impressed. Yes, she's my daughter. And she's doing a set of these to go with, is it lines from a story or a poem?
There's a musical called Hadestown, and these are lyrics that never got into it, that the writer wrote for it. They never got into the final cut.
Okay, but she liked them, so she's drawing a series of hands to illustrate that. So when she gets the other ones done, I'll show you the whole series. But I just think that's pretty cool. And look how you can see the beads are slinging as she slings out her hand. I just think that's really good. And they're saying, nice work, cool, great job, very nice, Hannah. Wow, those are very good, Hannah. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Love you, honey.
I really need to get these set.
Yeah, you really do. Then you don't have to.
That's on the docket for tomorrow.
Okay.
Theoretically.
In between toffee mixes.
And plumbers.
And no, the plumbers are not coming back, are they?
Oh.
Please tell me they're not coming back tomorrow. Okay. Hey, no. Okay, I'll ask later. Oh dear. This will have to be a checklist for if you want some of these things, I guess. Maybe I'll put this one in mine so it won't be out there with people not being able to do it. Thank y'all. I think she does wonderful work. I'm glad that she's able to pursue art at her age and not have to wait till she's 50 something like me. Just keep folding and don't think about it, okay? Okay. Thank you, Deb. Okay. All right, so there is 4 pages. And then we've got these. Let's see if these will fit. If these won't fit without having to be cut or something, I'm probably not going to use them because, oh, they do though. Look. Yay. Cool. Okay. You just have to disregard, where it says it's for U and V or whatever and just put it addresses that you want in that book. I hope I don't have to cancel streaming tomorrow because of the plumbers. That would not make me happy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we've got here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 15, 16, 17. Okay. I think these are going to be cute little books, and I'm hoping they'll be useful as well. Hi, Beth. Good to have you here. Started a glue book, but have to stop because you ran out of glue. Oh, that's not a good place to be in, Melissa. I'm sorry you ran out of glue. That's no fun. I have been in that position, but not often because I have several kinds of glue, so I managed to have some kind of glue available. It may not be my favorite, but I'm going to have to put some kind of paper. Well, I guess I could put these in the middle because they're a little bit heavier paper and they weren't perforated. These others, came out of books and were kind of perforated, and I don't want that to be the center because they might pull through. But I may choose something else to be the center. We'll just have to think about that. Something that's a stronger piece, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Alrighty, there's 5. And then I've got this. You should always have emergency glue backup. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's 17 pieces. So if I need to, I can use the whole piece. I won't need to because I'll have to cut off some at the bottom for sure. So we might cut them right in half, and then we would have 2 we could put in there. So right now I have 3 short ones and 2 long ones, and these would be kind of in the middle. So that's probably a good idea. Let me get them turned around so that the holes are all on the same side. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's get that a little bit. All right. So we're going to make these 2 different ways. Here's my prototype. Hi, Jane. It's good to see you. We're so glad you're here. We're making some little journals, little list journals, like you can just stick in your purse or in your pocket. And the cover is 6.5 by 6. And I made them this size because that way I can mail them out like this. So that's what we're going for. These are the pages I've fixed already, and I've got 2 more that I'm going to put in here, and I'm going to make these where you can fold them out. And I think we're going to test it. I think if I fold them in thirds or close to thirds, let's not do exactly thirds, they will fit. Okay, it doesn't even have to be thirds. So let's do that there, and let's make this one come out here, because there we go, like that. Okay, I like that. So this is what we're going to make. So on one side it'll be like this, and on the other side it'll fold out. Now they're probably not all going to be exact, but we're going to try to make them all pretty much like this. See, that's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it does. It looks good, doesn't it? Kind of, it's inviting. I think so. Okay, let's put something on top of this so they'll stay flat, and then it'll be easier for me to measure. I'm just going to put them up there once I get them folded because I don't want to I don't want to keep having to move stuff to pile them here. So it sounds good too. Yeah, it does. It's nice and crispy, crunchy. Probably what we're going to end up doing is folding the other one the opposite way, where it folds out on the side that's not folding out for this one. That's kind of my thought at the moment. I'm making some little list journals. They're going to be about this size. So they're about 3 1/4 by 6. So I can mail them out in here. I'm not into Christmas card making, so I'm making these to take the place of Christmas cards. And so I can reciprocate with all the sweet people who made me Christmas cards. But I can make something that I enjoy making like they enjoy making Christmas cards. It could be Happy Mail, yeah. It is Happy Mail. It is. I think this one's pretty. It's got some kind of dendritic type marks where the like watercolor blooms. That's what they really are. It's like blooms. Oh, yay, Waterkeeper. That sounds great. Well, I'm folding some pages to go in where they will be stitched in right there. And this is my prototype that I'm using for a pattern. Well, mine have sounded like an avalanche before. But of course, these are kind of thin papers that I'm doing here right now. Okay, these are they're trying to fall over. So, hi, Susan. It's good to see you. We're getting there. We're one more piece of paper away from being ready to put signatures together. I mean, one more page per book, not one more piece of paper. Sorry. Everybody's like, oh, she's finally almost done. Nope. Nope, not yet. This one's very crispy. That's very pretty. I really like that one too. And I like this one, and it didn't get near as much stuff on it, but it's all around the edges, so I think that's fun too. Make sure I didn't make that one too big. Are you sewing these? I am going to I'm going to sew them just with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Yes. I'm not going to sew them on the machine because I don't have my machine in a place where I can do that right now. I want to get it to that place, but I don't at the moment. It's behind a bunch of stuff right now, so. And I don't want to wait on these until I can get that done. These are avocado, yes. Well, these may be onion skin. I think they're avocado, but I did do some onion skin ones, and these might be those. I'm not 100% sure. Thank you, Julie. Thanks for thumbing. Thanks all of you who have thumbed. I appreciate it. Okay. Put these with these because they're going to be the same. Now I'm trying to decide on these. I think I want to do these where they're folded in half and then each side folds in a little bit. So they will open up to make, you know, a page this big, but they will be folded in a little bit. And you could, if you want to, glue them to make tuck spots. So let's just do them in half first, and then we'll do the other folds after that. All right, Tanya. I wanted to do avocado dye on some of my papers for my planner, but I don't have any avocados, and I want to go ahead and get that done. So I used red food coloring. So they're coming out much more bold than all the rest of my papers, but that's the way it's going to be. They won't be too bright to write on, but I don't have a video, Deb, but I can tell you very quickly and easily how to do it. You take your avocado skins and your seeds, and I always scrub mine out with a little scrubber so that there's not any avocado flesh still in there. And then I just put mine in let them dry after that and put them in a baggie in the refrigerator till I get enough that I want to use. But you don't have to have a bunch. You can do it with one avocado if you want to. And so if you, then you just put those skins when you've got how many you want. And Tanya put hers in the freezer, which will keep them from molding if you're going to keep them longer. If you're just keeping them a day or two, you can just put them in the refrigerator. But then you put them in a pot and let them boil just like you would boil tea, or you would boil, but they need to boil a lot longer than tea or coffee. I boil them for 2 or 3 hours, and I get them to a boil, and then I turn it to a simmer and let them simmer for 2 or 3 hours. You don't have to do it that long, but you get a darker, more concentrated dye if you do. And you can add more water to it while it's still hot to make it less heavy. I was gonna see, you've got all different kinds of different papers will also dye different colors. And so you might dye two papers and they end up looking completely different, even though they were in the same stock, But you just boil them until they get to a color you like, and then I strain mine through a coffee filter so there really won't be any avocado in them, and then put them in a pan with your papers just like you do coffee or tea, or paint them on, or however you do coffee or tea. Hi, Mary. It's really pretty. It's really easy to do. For me, the part that takes the longest is the most difficult is just scrubbing them out so that they don't put gunk in your dye. Tanya, I don't know if you were here when Hannah came out to let me show her pastel stuff, but if you were not, while she was out here, she said something about the plumbers having to come back tomorrow. But she told me to talk to Dad. So I'm hoping that won't mess up our streaming tomorrow. But I just thought I would let you know that it's a possibility. After I get back in the house later, I'll talk to Darren and I'll text you or message you, and we can let you know what's going on with that. But anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to just fold these back like this because it's easier than folding them forward. And let's make sure this is going to, yeah, that way you can open it like that. Okay. They don't have to be all exactly the same as long as they fit in that booklet, and I think this one will too. Yeah. Okay. So it's about an inch, maybe not quite an inch that I'm folding them back. I have not, Mary. I have not. I have thought about it, but I've been worried they would stick to each other because I don't dry mine in the oven. I just let them sit out till they dry, and they're layered. They're all on top of each other. So I've thought about it because Tanya sent me some glossy paper, but I'm afraid they might end up sticking to each other. Tanya, have you ever dyed with the glossy paper? I think if you don't have to layer them, that would probably work fine. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Ah, there you go, Mary. She said she's dyed glossy paper, but they stick, so you have to separate them while they're still wet. So probably if you do that, and you know the glossy papers are pretty heavy. So if you do that, you should probably be okay, I think. That would be fun to do a history book, I think. Okay, just checking. Just checking. Oh, look, this one's got some green in it. Very fun. Susan says, I lay mine in a messy pile and every now and then rearrange them. I like the puddles and lines they get that way. Yeah, that's kind of what I do, Susan, except I couldn't do that with these pages for the planner because they would get all out of order. So I just kept turning them over. I finally tried to rearrange them where they were like laid out, like, but still stacked so they would stay in the right order. I ended up only with one of them being out of place where I had to go back and figure out where it belonged. So I thought that worked out pretty good. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. I'm making some little bitty list journals. Well, I'm calling them list journals. The receivers can call them any kind of journal they want, but a pocket journal or a purse journal is what I'm thinking. Which is one reason they're so small. I have, Mary. I sprayed through stencils. It worked really well. But I made it pretty concentrated when I did that because I made it as concentrated as I could because I needed it to be, I knew it would need to be more concentrated than normal. That butterfly PT works wonderful that way. I really love it that way. When Julie and I were streaming together a couple of weeks ago, we did that. We used coffee and stuff, and I used the butterfly PT and the avocado dye to spray. I think it turned out good. I'm trying to think where those papers are. I sent a bunch of them to Defy, but I think I kept some. So I'll get, and I was also doing them, spraying them through lace, plastic lace placemats. That turned out pretty cool too. Let me get these last few papers folded and then I'll go see if I can find them real quick so I can show you. I'm sure I kept a few of them. because they weren't as painty as what I was thinking that Jean wanted for Defy, and so I didn't send her a whole bunch of them. Oh, I love the butterfly PT too. I did some. I'm gonna go get it in the house in a minute and show you, but I did some of it with some printables that I printed out for my planner, and my pan was big enough. I laid those right here, and then over here I just put some notebook paper, and they came out two completely different colors. It was really interesting. Teresa, I'm going to have to see if I can get my mom to save me. She does those little cuties oranges. She eats those all the time. I need to get her to save me some orange peel because I want to try that. That sounds fun. Okay, let me find, those are sliding. Let me find those papers real quick. Where did I put them? I set them some. Oh, there they are. I set them somewhere out of the way. Okay. Now this one is done with ink. This one is done. No, that is ink too. Let me get rid of the ink ones. Okay, this one's done with the coffee and the butterfly PT through a placemat. That one is other sprays mixed in with it. Some of them I used the coffee and the butterfly PT along with some other stuff. And I'm trying to get, okay. This is the butterfly PT. This is butterfly PT. These are coffee. That one is, is coffee and butterfly PT. And so it turns kind of a gray and brown. This is, I mixed some Perfect Pearls in with my butterfly PT and my avocado dye. And so this one has some shimmer to it. But I did that on some of them and others I didn't. This is the butterfly PT. This is the avocado dye with the Perfect Pearls added in. That one is also. This one's a bunch of things. This is the butterfly PT. This was I just saturated it too much. Excuse me just a minute. Sorry, I was getting too hot. I had to take my sweater off. Okay, this is the avocado dye through a lace doily. This is a cotton lace doily. And this is the butterfly PT through the cotton lace doily. This is one of those, it's got all the glimmery stuff sprayed on it, but it's one of those glossy papers. It does really good with this spray method. This is avocado dye. And then there's some leftover stuff that was on the placemat. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. But this one's avocado dye through a stencil and coffee on that glossy paper. So, yeah, this is ink sprayed through on the glossy paper. This is the butterfly PT and coffee. And this was underneath, and it really got too saturated. But the paper, that glossy paper, really takes it really well. So that was a fun stream, Julie. I'm glad you came and played with me. I had a lot of fun doing that. Okay. Oh, I was going to go get, let me go get those papers because I do want to show you the difference in the two papers with that butterfly PT. And I did water this down because I didn't want them to be too dark. And they're definitely not too dark. But anyway, I think you can see the difference. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm not sure if y'all can tell the difference, but this is the, well, it looks bluer on the camera, but it looks really green. It's a pale green because I was trying to make them light. But this is the blue, and it looks whiter. But you can definitely see there's a difference in the two colors on the two different papers. And that's the same tea in the same batch. Butterfly sweet pea. Yeah. Thank you, Teresa. So I got two different colors of papers out of it. But this is what I did for my planner. This is tea, and it really, I had the tea way too dark. Luckily, it's still okay to write on, but I didn't want it this dark. And this I did, and I don't know if you can even see it because it's very pale, and it's only mostly on the edges. But I did this with a turmeric tea. It smelled really good because it had some spices in there with it, but it's a very pale yellow. It practically looks white next to this, But let me find something white and show you that it's really not white. Here we go. So it's you can see kind of there that it's yellow on the edges. But anyway, that was the turmeric tea. So it was an experiment. And this was the tea, the regular old black tea. And this is the butterfly pea tea. So you can tell how it really did diet compared to white. But anyway, these three are going to be in my planner along with the video one that is still trying to get dry. And then these I just made for fun, like to use like I'm using these papers today. So they're just in my stash of dyed papers. Okay. Ooh, cool, Teresa. All right. Now then, we are going to put together our signatures. I'm just going to do one to begin with and then decide if I need to add something else in. I haven't used straight turmeric on the papers. I've used it on wool, and it makes a very, very rich gold. It's really pretty. I'm not a huge yellow person, so I didn't really even try to do that. Oh, wait a second. Just a second. Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I was having a real coughing fit. Okay, I want 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think that's everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we can easily stick at least one more piece of paper in there, maybe 2. Okay. Let's go ahead and build them this far, just to get and then I'll go find some more papers to go in them. Okay. And then this one, I think, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm just going to stick each one of these in a book. That way I need something to sit on top of them so they'll so they will stay put. Let's do it with that. That'll work. Okay. And I'm not trying to make them all the same, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this. Okay. Whew. When I did that, Suzanne, and to the butterfly PT, I added lemon. And in the jar without the lemon, it was very blue. In the jar with the lemon, it was very purple. But when I poured them onto paper, they were just two different colors of blue. One was a blue, and one was a blue. One was more blue-green, and one was a little bit blue-purple. But they weren't nearly as purple on paper as it was on in the glass, you know. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, this one. 7. Yes, the mail is cray-cray right now. That is for sure. Oh, bye-bye, Candy. Thanks for coming. Okay, just making sure I get them all in there because I don't want anybody to have one left out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now let's stick. There we go. I'll adjust these when I'm doing them, but I don't want these two papers being right on, you know, in the same spot. Okay. These need to be back further, not in the center. So, because they're wide. Let's see if that'll make it fit better. Yeah, barely better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just a second. Forgot that one. I'm going to sew them. It's funny how some of them are just a little bit. Sometimes if I just rearrange them, they will fit. But this one's not going to, so I'm going to have to do something with that one. Yeah, I think they will come in handy. Well, I kind of have to put these towards with more stuff in front of them, or they end up being too wide. And I really don't want I really don't want them to be too wide. I'm going to do that for the ones where they're too wide. Some of them, it's like they're not exactly the same. So some of them are not too wide, and some of them are too wide, and so it's. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And it might make a difference, you know, sewing them too. But anyway. It's not going to be tall. It's not going to be heavy enough in a minute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Put these on the outside just for fun this time. I haven't done that on any of them. Okay, which one is that? Yeah, this one here and this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Mm. Oh, sorry, I had to stop talking for a little bit. I was coughing too much. Whew, just a few more to make. 1, 2, 3, 4. The papers sound yummy. Well, good. We'll just do some, I don't know how you say that, ASMR or whatever it is, and y'all just listen to the papers instead of me. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. It would be lovely to get together, wouldn't it? Okay. Let's... Nope, I already got one of those. I need one of these. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hi, Miss Sally Kay. We're glad you're here. I'm making some little bitty list journals, or whatever you want to do with them, journals. Okay, one more. Uh-oh. I either made one too many of these or I left one out of something. We will have to go back and look and find out. Okay. Oh. All right, let me look here. There's one in that one. There's one in that one. There's one in that one. Okay, this is... Okay, there's one in that one. 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 I think I just made an extra one. Okay. All right, here are my little journals, and I'm going to have to adapt some of them, but I'll do that as I go. Were they gel prints? The covers, yes. The covers are gel prints. I know. Even number for odd number journals. Thank you, Deb. Yes, okay. All right. Now then, let me find something to set these in so they'll stay put. A little box or something would be nice. Do I have such a creature? There we go. Now then, let's just take one and look at it and see if we think it really needs more papers. I kind of think they do need at least one, maybe two more pages. I wish I knew what they weighed. I'm going to go get the scale, and I'm going to weigh one like this, and then I'll see how much room we have to add. They don't weigh anything hardly. I mean, anyway, I'll be right back. Sorry to keep running off. Oh, yes, I can add some more pages. Yay! Good night, Mary. Sleep well. Okay, good. I'm just going to set this aside. So that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Now I just got to find some more papers to put in them. Okay, let's see. What else do I have? Hmm. Well, I was just wanting it to weigh an ounce so I could just, because I have stamps, I could just stick on it and I wouldn't have to go to the post office. That's why I was wanting to keep it under an ounce. Demo my weighing skills to see if we do it like you. Okay. Now I'm going to have to put a stamp on it, which will weigh a tiny bit, but not enough to really matter. So I'll just put it in here and I hit the tare button and it's on ounces. And then I just put it on there and it says 0.60. Yeah. Yeah. A transporter would be great, Deb. And this is I can't remember. I think this is made. I'm not sure what this is actually made for. I bought it to weigh wool. And the nice thing about it is if you're putting, like, if I'm putting, this is my, if this is my bowl, see, it weighs 9¼ ounces. But I don't want to weigh the bowl. I want to weigh this. So you hit tare and it goes to 0. And then you add this on. And it says 0.56 ounces, which is what it said the first time. So I do have extra postage stamps, but then I would be paying for 2 ounces. Oh, come on. All right. There we go. And the 2 ounces wouldn't fit in here. This would be not a big enough envelope to put 2 ounces. So if I put 2 stamps on there, then I'm wasting stamps. And I don't have, I only have like 13 stamps at the moment. So I'll have to go to the post office and get some more in order to mail out the rest of these. But I want to be able to mail out the ones that, that I need to go ahead and mail out. Does that make sense? Yeah, the tare weight is the packaging or the envelope. But I need the envelope. I need to weigh it because it's going through the mail. And if, but if I was weighing something where it was a container that was holding what I was weighing, that's when I would hit tare and it would take it to 0, so that it's not weighing the container. It's just weighing what I put on in the container. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I want to find something fun to put in here. I'm trying to think what would be fun and easy to find that I could stick in there. I mean, I've got tons of stuff. It's not like I don't have enough stuff. It's just what would be fun and easy. Um, I could add some of these in there. Just cut them in half and add them in. Not that one. I don't want to do the ones that are on cardstock or the ones that don't have much on them like these. Okay, let's make sure I didn't miss any cardstock ones. No. Okay. Okay, let's see what we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me see if I can find a couple more. Okay, I have 17 papers now. I'm finding some more papers to stick in these little books because I can add more papers to them. I haven't reached my 1 ounce yet, so. Okay, so let's put these in half. Okay. Yeah, well, I weighed it with the envelope. I didn't think about the thread yet, but okay. So let's see. Let's add. I think they're all. Make sure they're all pretty much the same. Well, that's a heavier piece of paper. So those two are heavier. So that's what I'm going to weigh. It's 2 of those with the book and the envelope. And let's see what we get. Okay, see, that's still not an ounce. So I think I can add those 2 papers and the thread and the stamp and be good. So, and any note. Yeah, my note needs to be tiny. But I think I can add a note, so. Oh, let's turn it off. Oh, don't do that to me. There we go. Okay. So now we need to figure out how we're going to, oh, there you go. Just right on the envelope. Good idea. My address will be on there, so they'll know it's from me anyway. Okay. Let me see how. Okay, let's do that. And then we're going to come back and do that. I'm not ready for puppy. Okay, let's stick this in and see how it works. Okay, that works pretty good. Still got this one that's sticking out a little too much. Let's see if that works that. Okay. There's one. And so let's do another one to go in. No matter what I do, that one keeps being a problem. So I'm just going to scooch it in a little bit. Because all the other papers are behaving. All right, one more thing, one more adjustment. Just stick these back here. I want to have these, you know, ready to go as I add these two papers into each one. Okay, why are you doing this? Okay, those are just going to be sticking out too much. No matter what I do. Okay, I think that'll be okay once I sew it in. So let's make sure it'll fit in here with those two papers added in. Yes, it will. Okay. Whew. Now let's see. Okay. One thing is you can't get them too fat either. I forgot about that. If they get too fat, then they charge extra for that too. So I may end up taking them to the post office just to be sure. Because I don't want them to not get there, or to get there and you have to pay 20 cents or something because I didn't do my thing right. Okay. But there's one. I'm just going to do them like this to contain them after I get the pages in each one. Okay, that one looks good like that. Yeah, I may have to, I may not be able to put more papers in here just because of that. Because if it gets too thick, then they will charge it as a package instead of as an envelope. And I wasn't thinking about that. So I think I'm just going to add one more piece of paper to it. Because it does, that second one really makes a big difference. Okay, so let's take one of these out. I'm sorry, I'm being stingy and wanting it to just go as a package and not, I mean, as a, you know, like a card or something instead of like a package. I think this is good. Okay, so we're going to add this one more pretty piece of paper to them, and then we're going to call that good. And I'm going to put it like that. Okay. I'm trying to make sure they all fit inside. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I can't afford to send $3 to as many as I want to. I would love to be able to. I would love to be able to send everybody a big journal, but I have a budget I have to maintain. Thank you, Beth. Okay. Let's take this blue one out. These are the problem children because I wanted to keep them all the size that they were originally. And I didn't want to cut them, so I'm having to adapt. And then there's these that are the problem children because they're in the middle. But that's okay. Those are easy to fix. There we go. All right. Oh, that one's pretty. I like it. Come on. Yes, very nice. I really love this one. Really, really love that one. Hi, Mary Kay. It's good to see you. I'm I may not get these. I may not get these sewn in tonight because I got to go find out what on earth happened with the plumbers have to come back tomorrow. That is driving me crazy. Oh, that's not good. I'll have to get another one. Well, I don't need to put. No, I only had 16. Yeah, I'll have to get another envelope. No, I'm putting it in the envelopes so that they can be contained, because if I stack them up not in envelopes, they go everywhere. So this is just to contain them. I will stitch them and then put them back in the envelope. And I may or may not add something. I really like them just like this, so I may not add anything else to them, but I was thinking about adding something to decorate them. But I think I really like them just like this. So but they do need to be stitched. But I'm just doing this to contain them for right now. Let me find another envelope. Okay, let's. Okay. I should autograph them. Yeah, I probably should. I don't usually think to do that, but I probably should. No, I'm not going to use the sewing machine. I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. It won't be as fast, but well, it'll be faster because my sewing machine's not in a place where I can do it, and that would take me a while to get that in a place where I could do it, which would make it take longer. Oops. Okay, I'll try to center these a little better when I stitch them. Right now, I'm just making sure that they fit inside. Oh, that's true. That's a good idea, Susan. That's a good idea. I will try to remember to do that, Susan. I think you're right. I think it's a good idea. I would like it if somebody sent one to me, if they signed it and wrote me a little personal note in there. So I will try to do that. Okay. I should have just done it this way to begin with, but the first few didn't seem like they were going to have that extra little bit of attention. Oh. Okay. I have more. When you copied envelopes, those kinds of things happen sometimes. Okay, I'm beginning to have them get to a place where they might fall off my computer, so I might as well bring them down here. Put them right there. Okay, that one's pretty. Yeah, I think that one's really pretty too, isn't it? I like it. Very nice. Hey, Cindy, how are you doing? I'm glad you're here. I've been getting some very sweet Christmas cards, and I don't like to make Christmas cards, but I do want to make something to send out like that to especially to the people who have sent them to me, you know, to reciprocate like you would reciprocate with Christmas cards. But I don't like to make cards, but I do like to make journals. So I'm making little journals, little list journals to send out. That's what I'm doing. That's Suzanne's comment. Okay. That's a good idea, Suzanne. I will, for sure. Yeah. Good idea. I'm having to rearrange them, though, because these pages came directly out of a out of one of those little tiny composition books, and they're just barely too wide. But if I put everything else inside of them, then they fit. So we want them to fit. Okay, let's find. Yeah. I had not planned on that, Teresa. Mostly because in my mind, when I was making these, they were list journals and they weren't going to be, decorated, used for writing your memoirs or anything. They were just going to be for writing notes to yourself and lists of things that you need to do or whatever. So I had not planned to add any tags. And I'm still trying to get them, slender enough to be under the 4th inch. Yeah, and that's why I'm wanting them to be under 1/4 of an inch, is so that I can just use a stamp. Hi, Dana. How are you doing? Thank you, Cindy. These are some jelly prints that I made, and I intended to use them to make Christmas ornaments for our tree. And then we ended up doing something different, and I didn't need them. I mean, we used them to make Christmas tags for packages, but I had a bunch left over. So I decided this is what I was going to use for the cover. I've been thinking about making these little things for quite a while, but I hadn't thought about what I was going to use for the cover yet. So that made me decide that that's what I was going to do. So, okay, I need another envelope because this one's not stuck together. And I'm not in the mood to try to stick it together, so. Okay. Water slides on ornaments. I don't even know what that is, Dana. Now you got me all interested. You got me all wanting to know what you're talking about. Somebody's going to have to help me. What's a water slide? I don't think so, because don't get very wet when you jelly print. They really don't get very wet. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you think I need to do something to strengthen the spine? Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Thank you. Thanks, Julie. I figured it out. Oh, the envelope. Okay. Now that is, yeah, that's a possibility. I've been thinking about that. And if I can get I should be able to do something like that. Yeah. Oh, I need a piece of paper to go in there. Okay. Yeah, washi will add weight. I know. And you know, even though they've got exactly pretty much the same papers in there, they won't weigh the same. That looks so pretty next to that avocado dyed paper, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna move these papers out of the way. Let's bring this back and let's just test and see how close they are to the same. Okay, this one's 0.67. 0.67. 0.67. Oh, it likes that number. 0.67. Okay, see, it's making a liar out of me. Making a liar out of me. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to do a string, but I don't think there's any problem with, okay. See, the string doesn't change anything. Now I'm going to wax the string. That might make it way more. I think it'll be fine if I can get it skinny enough. So I am going to weigh them down. That was a great idea. And that'll be handy when you've got them in your purse too. Oh, yep, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, seriously. This one's having a hard time deciding, but it finally settled at 6-7. Huh. Now this one weighs more. This one says it's 7-4, 7-1. So why would this one weigh more? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Whew. Well, I didn't get an awful lot done tonight. I mean, I mostly got 16, 17 little journals made, but only mostly. I got a bunch of papers I need to put back up because I'm real bad about just setting them aside and not putting them back up. I'm almost perfect. Yeah. Almost perfect. Oh, well, I guess that keeps me humble, huh? The paint on the paper, yeah. That may have had extra, that one had extra love, yeah. Well, here's my pretties, extra stuff. Oh. And I think I am going to have to probably go on in. Whew. Because it is, I've been out here for 3.5 hours. And you're full of extra love. There you go. Me too. Me too. Me too. Their cardstock, and some of them are heavy. Some of the cardstock is heavier weight than the other, and that might be where that one was. But they're just cardstock that I painted on the jelly plate. Thank you. Yeah, gel print pages on cardstock paper. And anyway, like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you all, and hopefully I'll be able to join Tanya tomorrow to do our last session of stamp carving for this year. So if my plumber comes in the morning instead of in the afternoon, so we'll see what happens. But I'll let you know, Tanya, when I know. You know, they may not even, I'm sure Darren will, if he can't have any control over it, he'll have them come first thing, but that doesn't always work out. So thank you. Thank you all. Okay. Well, when I know something, I'll let you know. Bye-bye, gang. Love you all.